Mombasa Governor hopeful on the Jubilee ticket, Suleiman Shahbal, is giving a statement on the war on drugs at the coast right now at the party's coast headquarters. Let's listen in.
And now that the government has finally decided to get serious on this issue and to crack down on this issue, and I regret that we had to wait for the FBI to come and carry these people away, that we finally found the impetus to do this thing. I'm glad it's happened. Let the games continue. Let's finish with this issue once and for all. And I don't care whether this issue, they call it political or social or economic or tragic or comical or theater, but let this thing continue. And I'm calling on the Kenya government, deal with this thing firmly once and for all, because I'm telling you, the people of Mombasa are celebrating today, because for once we're seeing some serious action happening. And I personally want to call for two dramatic changes. Number one, let us adopt the Malaysian laws, which make drug trafficking a capital offense. Hang the bastards. I'm repeating that. I know I'm on TV, but I'm saying it again. Hang the bastards. That's number one. Number two, let us adopt the American laws on the proceeds of drug trafficking. If you are arrested for drug trafficking, they confiscate everything that you own, from your house to your cars to your clothes to everything. Let us make drug trafficking a high-risk, low-return business. It is long overdue. So all these politicians who are standing up and making a lot of drama, oh, I'm being targeted, oh, I'm being this is all nonsense. Okay? Nobody has accused Governor Joho of personally dealing in drugs. Nobody has accused him of being a drug baron. Nobody has said he's dealing in drugs or selling drugs or marketing drugs. So why is he getting all worked up about this? This is a continuation of his new tactics of playing victim, always playing the victim and becoming a drama queen. For heaven's sake, forget about this nonsense and get on with the real job of doing your work. Start by at least cleaning this city. Nobody has accused him of being a drug dealer, so why is he getting all worked up? Pilipili usokula ya kuashiani, as the Swahili saying goes. We know, we have continuously said he is guilty of having fake papers. That we know. He doesn't have a degree, he's never had one, he will never have one. Every Standard 4 student in Mombasa knows that. But we're not talking about that, we're not interested in that anymore, we've moved on. So, gentlemen, what I'm saying, and the message that I want to send to Kenya and to our government, let's get serious about this thing and ignore the noisemakers. It's a national problem, it's a problem that we must address and deal with it. Thank you. Any questions?
There has been a lot of accusation,
yes,
especially targeting the area political class from both divides, and they have not shown goodwill in going down to those drug dens, at least trying to help the situation. What is your response to that?
My response to that is that the county government, which is empowered and has the responsibility of at least doing something about the rehabilitation of drug addicts, is not doing enough. Okay, that's number one. Number two, I'm saying on national TV that even our government has not given this enough attention, because it is largely a coastal problem. Okay, but it is a major national disaster. But I'm saying that on the drug issue, there are two fronts we have to deal with. There is the consumer side, the addicts, and then there's the supply side. If you cut off the supply or you make it more difficult, you're partly solving this problem. So it's a joint problem.
What would you do differently if you become the Mombasa governor?
If I become the Mombasa governor, number one, I'm going to push the national government to pass these two laws. Number one, make drug trafficking a capital offense. The day you know you're going to get hanged for selling drugs, you'll think twice about selling it. But today, drug dealers get arrested in the morning, by 10 o'clock, by 4 o'clock in the evening, they're released. Okay. Or they get arrested, they go in for 6 months. So it is a low-risk business and a high-return business. That's number one. Number two, I want to pass these American laws in Kenya. Drug trafficking, if you are arrested and convicted for drug trafficking, we confiscate everything you own, making it a very high-risk business. And then on the ground, we are going to deal with the distribution, the drug peddlers on the ground, because I'm going to encourage the youths to do citizen arrest. Any peddler on the street gets arrested by citizens, we take him to the police station, we will have lawyers to make sure they get charged. No way are we going to allow drug peddlers to go to police stations and get away with it. It's not going to happen. And then, of course, we will start by focusing on educating the youth from the time they are very young. Don't mess around with drugs. And the third component, of course, is to do the rehabilitation. But the rehabilitation on its own is not the solution. We need to approach it from the whole, from every side. Yes, madam.
The current governor claims that it is the national government's mandate to know that there is the supply of drugs and cut it off as it is a national security matter. To your view, is it that the national government is the one that has put laxity on this matter, or it is the county government which has not pushed so much to the national government to eradicate this menace?
The truth of the matter, it is a joint responsibility. Okay, it is the dealing with the drug problem at the importation side is a national problem. Dealing with the dealers on the ground is our problem. Okay, and I don't need Uhuru Kenyatta to come and clean out drug dealers in our streets. We're going to deal with that ourselves. But what I am encouraged is that finally the government has moved forward and extradited major drug dealers. And all I have been saying is, gentlemen, we have a list this long. Beba wa wote. Don't stop where you have reached. We still have another 50, 60 more drug dealers that need to go. So I'm complimenting the government for finally acting. Okay, and I don't care whether you call this political, economic, social, whatever, but good action is being taken. Let us applaud it, let us encourage it.
Why do you feel that the Jubilee government has brought this issue right now throughout the 4 years? Was it the evidence that they found substantial to come and bring out this issue, and yet no public arrest has been made? We have not been told who exactly is dealing with. Why now? Why now and not before?
You are right. It should have started earlier. Okay? But what I'm saying is that it is unfortunate that we had to wait for the FBI to come and start the ball rolling for us to start moving into action. But I am repeating again, frankly, I don't care who has done it or when it has started. All I'm saying is, as a citizen of Mombasa, as a Kenyan, as a person affected by the drug problem, I am more than happy that this thing has started. Let it continue.
Is more action, like, are we going to get news or exposed or something? Just like what happened in Tanzania, are we going to see the same action being
I certainly hope so. The president was here, the deputy president was here last week. I appealed to both of them personally. Your Excellency, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, take this thing seriously. It's killing our kids. I told you, His Excellency Ruto, the same thing. Boss, this thing is killing our youth. Do something about this. And I'm convinced that we're going to start seeing major action coming forward. The Jubilee government is not ending in August. The Jubilee government is going on until 2022, so there's still time to clean out the mess.
So maybe
Yes.
you can just repeat in a nutshell, because we also have occasions where the girls come down.
Also, like, just before you repeat, just before you repeat, there's something you have said.
Yes.
Just clarify. You said there's a list of about 60
Yes,
drug barons. Where is that list and who is it?
government has it.
But where is it?
Government has it.
When do we expect it to be?
I think we should, that's why I'm saying we're expecting to see more action. We're expecting to see more action very soon. And when it happens, this is what I'm trying to say, and when it happens, for heaven's sake, stop this nonsense of saying this is political. There is no good time to do something right. Whether it is now, whether it is yesterday, whether it was before, it is time for action. And I'm glad to see it happening. And anybody standing up there and starting to complain, oh, this is political, oh, why are you getting worried about government finally doing the right thing? We should be applauding it. Okay. Gentlemen, I'm repeating this again. 96,752 young people are addicted to drugs in the Coast Province. 40,000 of these are students of age 12 to 17 who are now drug addicts. And 6,725 people have died from drug overdoses because of this problem. Every family in Mombasa, every single family, from rich families to poor families,